What's going on, guys? Alexander Thomas here. Welcome back to Commander Legends. This is episode 2 for this. I've put this into 2 different parts. And so far in our quest for cards, we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that were were more than like $8. The only one that was biggest is this one here. I'll get to the post screen, please. That was the thing. The only one was this one here. This is only 70 cents. This is about 9. About 9. About 9. Like 70 cents. This is a few bucks. And I think this one's the one that was our first mythic borderless mythic one, I believe. I'll check that for context here. I believe this one is the $26 card, correctly. Oh no, $12. Still, it has quite a bit. $12 for this, and that's a good portion of art. We've got 13 more packs to go for. And hopefully we get some more very good cards. I've gotten 2 more cards so far. Alright, Trove Tracker. When it dies, draw a card, and you have Anchor, which is exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, you create a copy that's attacking that opponent, and it gets haste, and you sacrifice it at the end of the step. Mondor Beast, regular. Goblin Trailblazer. A Sailor of Means, you create your job when it enters battlefield. Doom Traveler, whenever it dies, you create a 1/1 spirit with flying. Seer's Lantern. Something Ranger, I don't know how to pronounce that. Fiery Cannon, it deals 2 damage to each non-pirate creature. Skyward's Shot, destroy creature with power 3 or greater, scry 1. Look at the top card of your library, and then you can put it on the bottom of your library. Finclan Fugitives, it can be blocked by creatures that are power 2 or less. Thorn of the Black Rose, whenever it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. Nature's Reclamation, Cascade, and you destroy target enchantment, artifact, or enchantment. Sailor's Wings, add 2 colorless mana. Ooh, and our first one coming is Vow of Duty. Champion creature +2/+2. It has vigilance and it can't attack you or play as all creatures you control. I honestly don't see whether you would ever use that. Glazed Commons. Add 2 mana, return a land to your hand whenever its battlefield and has to enter tapped. Dreamstone Harem. Add 3 mana, 3 colorless mana. You can sacrifice it to draw 3 cards. That's pretty cool. And we have a rare, which is whenever you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do, copy this ability. You may choose a different target for each copy. Corrin's Skyward. Whenever this creature attacks, attacking creatures with flying get +2/+0 to your turn. Whenever it blocks, each of those flying creatures get +0/+2. And then we have Kobo the Thumbless. When you cast instant sorcery, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, return the spell into its owner's hand. If you win, copy spells. So basically, it's a little risk. Probably only a buck. And then we have Feast of the Ears, which is a foil, and you become the mark. Oh, look, we have our Mark cards. Number 3 for us was for those that hadn't seen episode 1. I'll link it at the end of the video here, so you can go back and see that one. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go to this video here. I'll put the colors in, make sure I know what the units are, and then come back to it. So this one should not be nearly as long. Alright, after adding all of those, this one here, is $4.04. So it's definitely sleeved. If it isn't a man ability, you could pay 2. This is actually, I think, honestly, a pretty cool card. Definitely is going to be worth sleeving. Even at this point, it'd be interesting. All right, going on to the next pack. Cool. All right. We've got Impulsive Piffler. Whenever it dies, you create a treasure token. It's in core. Gale Strike. Return top creature to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Balefrade Adapt. We've seen this one a few times before. Dragon Egg. Whenever it dies, you put a 2/2 red dragon creature with flying token, and it gets plus. It has this creature can get +1/+0 if Peering Eyes. Dispel Capsule. Tap 2 to sacrifice it and destroy. Soul's Fire. Captain's Call. Create 3 Swarmwood Soldiers. Fairhaven Elf. You can search it for a basic land. Put on the battlefield tapped. Evolving Wild, basically. Except a creature. Bitter Rivets. Put the top 4 cards of your library. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 2 of them in your hand and the rest of your library, and you lose 2 life. Filigree Familiar. You gain 2 life when it enters. When it dies, you draw a card. Spectral Searchlight. You can tap it, search your library, and you can choose a player, search your life, and then you get to add 1 man to that. Maelstrom Colossus 7/7 for 8 has Cascade. Golem Artist, actually, this is pretty cool. You can tap pay 2 to either make a artifact creature +1/+1 to end of turn, so you can do it on this one, or you can put +2 to give target artifact creature flying, trample, or haste until end of turn. So if you pay, theoretically, if you pay 8, you're doing flying, trample, haste, and then +1/+1. That's a pretty cool card. Probably not sleep worthy, but Photon Fleet Swordjack. Whenever it attacks, it deals damage to player or planeswalker equal to the number of artifacts you control. Yikes! That seems a little powerful here. And then we got Brass Emeralds. You pay 6. You choose a creature type when it enters battlefields. You reveal top 4 cards later, put all the creature cards of chosen types. If you have an entire deck based off of one thing, that's just a great card. The creatures chosen type are also 1+1+1. And Court of Grace, when it enters the battlefield, become the Monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. If you're the Monarch, you create a 4/4 white ancient creature with flying. Who count? I'm gonna put that asleep either way because it's probably not. It might not be but a buck or two, but still, jeez. Aldous Killer Traveler, we've seen that one plenty of times. Throws all ingesting. 0/0. You can put 5 1/1 counters on it if it dies or another creature dies. If it had 1/1 counter on it, put that 1/1 counter on it instead. Then we have a Fleshbag Merle, which is the foil, and a treasure token. You won't get a treasure token though, so it's not worth anything. Alright. Let's go and update this. Or after the update, this one here is $3. Court of Grace. I think it's a pretty cool card. Definitely sleeved because it's at least $1. So that's pretty cool. Right now, we're at $110.27, which means we're about, if I'm correct, we're about $35 away from the actual value. And we still got quite a few packs to go. Alright, the next one we got here. Alright, we have Kybor Snares, which is whenever it attacks or another creature attacking the same player or planeswalker gains flying until end of turn. So it gives another creature flying. Armory of Ruins, which I think is a little bit overpowered for a common. Brap-styled Predator, Dinosaur Menace. It means it can't be blocked by 2, except by 2 or more creatures. Strategic Planning. Draw 3 cards and point them in your hand. The rest of them are in your Sparked Harvest. You can destroy a creature or planeswalker. You can sacrifice a creature or pay 4 in addition to the 1 mana cost. Elfish Visionary. Draw a card when it enters the field. Sky Diamond, 25 cents. Fleshbag Memorial, probably like 10. Raise the Alarm, create 2 1/1 soldiers. Filmed Elves, add 1 green. Murder. Passive Ancestry. It's tapped, and whenever you can add 1 mana of its commander when you do your commander's color and identity. When this mana is spelled to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type of your commander, if it does, scry 1. You look top library, target library, and then might put down the bottom or top bottom of the library. Workshop Assistant, and our first uncommon is Orzel Evocist. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player put 2 1 counters on a creature they control. If the player does, that creature can't attack you or the planeswalker you control it until your next turn. Okay, cool. It seems like it would be a disadvantage to you, honestly. Merchant Raiders. Whenever this or another pirate enters the battlefield, tap 1 creature and it doesn't tap during for as long as you can, for as long as you control this card. Merchant Raiders. Holy mackerel. And then we got Sandstone Oracle. When it enters the battlefield, choose an opponent. If the opponent has more cards in your hand, draw cards equal difference. So you draw a lot of cards. And then we've got Staff of Domination. That could be a few bucks. I don't know. You can either untap. You can. So basically, you pay 1 to untap it if need be. It's not if it's in the needs. Pay 2 to gain 1 life. Pay 3 to untap target creature. 4 to tap target creature, or 5 to draw a card. Good grief! That's a mouthful. I think that's a few. That's going to be a few bucks. It's something Splicer. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colorless golem artifact token. Whenever an artifact is put in your graveyard, put 1 counter on each. On this, and 1 counter on each golem you control. And you can have partner, and you can partner it. Partner means you can have 2 commanders, for if they both have partner. Oh, I doubt this is very valuable, but it's a rare. Vigilance Reach. Whenever this creature or another creature dies, return 1 target creature with lesser toughness from your graveyard to your battlefield. And then our Dragon Mantle is our rare, and we have a Soldier as our token, which is pretty useless. This pack, I think, has some promise, possibility that it might be more powerful, but we have to see here. Alright, Staff of Domination is $2.45, so it's enough to get it sleeved. Alright, up to our next pack here. Nothing really powerful and really valuable yet here. Oh, we got a Ice Lane Destined. Whenever green creature is battlefield, put 1 counter on that target creature. Regenerate Tactics. Target creature can't block this turn. Draw a card. Strategy playing. Look top 3 cards of the library. Put 1 of them in your hand. The other in the graveyard. Others in the graveyard. Spark Harvest. Destroy a creature or planeswalker. You can pay. You have to pay. Either you have to sacrifice a creature or pay 4 mana. And their Riptide Predator. Raise the Alarm at grade 2 Woman Soldiers. Annoyed. And this has Reach, Trample, and Cascade. Eyeblind Assassin. The target creature gets target creature controls is -1/-0 to end of turn. Fall from favor. Tap target creature. And you become the monarch. And it doesn't tap as long as you are the monarch. Okay, when the Chorister, whenever it enters battlefield, put 1 counter target creature. Elvish Visionary. Commander Spear. Trusty Pack Beast. Return target artifact from a graveyard to your hand. Vow of Flight. You get your card gets flying, and it can't attack you or the planeswalker you control. Vocal Torrent has Cascade and deals X damage to each creature or planeswalker, where X is the number of spells you've casted this turn. Recount Stage. You store a target artifact or enchantment. And we've got ourselves Aurora Phoenix has Cascade. Whenever you pass the spell with Cascade, you put it, return it from your grave. You return this creature from your graveyard back to your hand, and it itself has Cascade. That's pretty cool. this again. This when your commander creature attacks, you put one counter on it. And Rail's Master Smith, whenever an enchanted or equipped creature attacks against double strike until end of turn, that's pretty decent. And our foil will be Sailor of Means. And another Monarch token. That's the fourth one we got out of this. Let's go and update that. Well, after the update, this card is only worth about 39 cents. So, cool card. I'm not putting this in. I will put this over here because it's not really that valuable. 39 cents is not worth getting asleep. I don't think there's any cards here so far that are worth getting asleep. That's actually not. That's an uncommon. But anyways, on to the next pack. I got Vehicle Informer. Pay 8, gets deal 3 damage to any target. Pretty powerful if you can get enough mana. Preordained, scry 2, then draw a card. Saul's Might, put X counters, which is huge powers. Put X1 counters onto a creature. Where X is that creature's power. Double its power, basically. Crown of Dark Things. Whenever it enters battlefield or dies, you mill 2 cards. Rumbling Goblin. Discard a card, draw a card. Deranged Assistant. Tap it, mill a card, draw, get 1 mana. Pilgrim's Eye. You can search your library for a basic land, then shuffle your library. Cage of Hands. Creature can't attack or block. You can return this to your hand. In charge of Tress, you become the monarch, and it can block additional creature each combat if you are the monarch. Malform's Twin. When it dies, you create 2/2 black zombie tokens. Scale Goliath, terrible card, 6/9, exile 2 creatures from your graveyard, and additional cost. Prairis Mirror, whenever it dies, deal 2 damage to any target. Turgor Expand, you sacrifice your search your library for a basic land and put on the field tapped. Our first uncommon for this one, Cascade. You get to sacrifice an artifact. Return the artifact you control to its owner's hand. Okay, not really valuable, I would say. I guess you could sacrifice a treasure token and return an artifact that you would want. It could be useful. Explosion of Riches. Draw a card. Then each player may draw a card. When a card is drawn in this way, it deals 5 damage to target opponent chosen at random from among your opponents. I don't know how useful that would be. Because all I have to do is say, hey, I'm not going to draw a card. No damage is done. Unless you're trying to lose. You're trying to win, I guess. Or if you're taking damage, I guess there's some abilities that might do it. Maybe. Feat of Secession, become the monarch. Target all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. We have Court of Error. I think I've actually seen this card before. At the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 2 damage to any target. If you're the monarch, it deals 7 damage to that player or permanent instead. Wow. I don't know if that's valuable or anything, but I'm going to say that's sleeve worthy. I can't say for sure that it is that valuable, but Arrow Impact Arctis, at the beginning of your combat, you may attach any number of auroras and or equipments to target permanent or player as partner. That could be useful. And we have another one of these. Casted and will call familiar and will to wizard. Whenever commander deals damage, deal that much damage to each other opponent. Could be pretty useful. And we have another Monarch card, a flying little thing that's a 4/4 flying. I don't know. Let's go for the update here. Okay, well, it's a little less than I thought. You become the Monarch when this card goes to the field, but it's only, surprisingly, it's only 51 cents, which is honestly surprising to me because I feel this is ridiculous. This would be ridiculous. You deal at least 2 damage to the player every turn, every time you when you get this out. And if you are the Monarch, which your Monarch at least once, that's 7 damage. And even with Commander you start to 40 life. That's still quite a bit of the life points. I think it's sleeve worthy, even though it is not nearly as valuable as it might be. Oh, by the way, the price on average for this is $147, so we just hit it with that pack. So we now have more than we and we have just go for it. I think 6 packs left. 7. Nope, we have 8 packs left. So 8 more packs to go. This feels a little thicker than. Maybe wrong. I don't know. This feels a little thick. So Spark Tongue Dragon deals 3 damage to you. You can pay 3, and it deals 3 damage to your target. Flood of Recreation. Return instant sorcery from your graveyard to exile. I think that was actually pretty expensive. Another Ivy Land student. I think these are ridiculously good, even though they're not. They're common, I guess. Dragon Mantle. Also think that's really good. Draw a card, and then you get to make a creature more powerful as it goes. Some Prosperous Pirates. Create 2 Dungeon tokens when it enters the field. The Gentleman's Toad, not as great as I really would like it to be, but not bad. An Order of Vow, whenever a creature attacks, you may pay 3 and put a 1/1 counter on that creature. So if I have 9 mana, I can do it on 3 different creatures. Soaring Bandit, garbage. Honestly, you can move any number of counters from this to another creature, so it's not terrible. Moss Diamond, 25 cents. Exquisitive Headmaster. Huntsmaster, not Headmaster. That would be Strixhaven. This is not that set. Whenever it dies, you create a 1/1 green elf token. Servant of Dawn. I feel like it should be a little bit more expensive. even then it actually is. I think it's only 25 cents. Prophet Prism. Draw a card. Pay 1 to add 1 mana of any color. Statch Frogar. You become a mark when it enters the field. It has Vigilance. Vow of Wildness. It gets +3/+3 and has Trample, and it can't attack you or planeswalker creature you control. If you're controlling that enchantment, yeah, I guess it's good. Okay, Humble Deflector. You draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of this. Activate this ability only during your turn. I may have to read the. I think I have to reread the rulings of this, but I think if I'm correct, you can tap it to draw 2 cards. Then whatever opponent takes control of it can then tap it and draw 2 cards during their turn and not during your turn, because otherwise it would make no sense. Oh, cast down. Destroy a target non-legendary creature. This is just murder, basically. So it was not. And okay, let me get a sleeve here. We have Profane Transfusion. 2 target creatures, 2 target players exchange life totals. You create an XX horror artifact creature, which where X is the difference between those 2 players' life totals. So if you have 40 and your opponent has 1, or you have 1 and your opponent has 40, you get 39. You get 39. Holy mackerel! I'm sleeving that. I don't care if it's worth nothing. It's a pretty cool card, I have to say. We have to get that over here. During foe's Shipwrecker, additional cost of spell, sacrifice any number of artifacts. The spell costs 2 less for each permanent sacrifice this way, and it has Trample. Wow, actually, so could potentially be a 1 cost for if you sacrifice 3 artifacts or creatures. Then it's a 1 cost creature. It's a 1 red creature. It's a 7/5 creature with Trample with 1 Rottless. That's ridiculous. And then we got Silver Eye of Storm. You can scry X when which is the equal number of attacking creatures, and it's whenever it attacks. And that's a beautiful looking card. It's probably not worth much, but it says as long as your turn, commanders you control have indestructible. So it has indestructible itself, basically, and whatever creature you partner with it has indestructible. That's a beautiful card, I have to say. I'm putting that in a sleeve, because this is beautiful. I don't care the fact that it's not really. It's probably not worth much. So, and then we have an Elf Warrior. Who cares about that? That's something we don't care about. And let's go ahead and take the update. Okay, so I did look at this one. It's definitely needs to be sleeved because it's $1.55. So that's pretty powerful for this. Definitely sleeve for it. Even though it's not, it's the first uncommon. It's the first uncommon I actually would sleeve. This other one I haven't looked up yet. I wanted to. So let's see here. The card is $1.45. Oh my god, it's 75 cents. Really? This card's way too powerful, man. Here's the thing. What if I had it's a sorcery, so you would have to play. It would be a specific time you get to play it. It does cost a lot, but if I play this, you have. Let's say you had 40 life points left, and I have, let's say, 2. I created 38 creature horror artifact creature token. That doesn't matter. And you have 2 life. I feel like that's a little bit weaker, a little bit less than it should be. Actually, I'm curious now. What is the price for that card? The Transfusion. Fusion. Just in regular form. That price, has that card been down, like, up a lot? It's actually was at 40 cents prior to this. It's gone up recently. As high was 80 cents. Wow, it has not been high then. In the time it existed, it has been up at $4. I feel like it should still be up here at $4 because even though it is very expensive, that is a game ender right there. Oh, here's the Commander Legend. The extended foil is $5. Foil is $1.48, and then extended is $2. Big one's like, yeah, I don't get it. I feel like it should be a little more than that. Alright, next pack here. It's a mythic, so I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's a little expensive for my taste. All right, so we got Scholar Sarge. Whenever if you draw if you control an artifact, draw a card. Life Crafter's Gift. Put 1 counter on each target creature. Then put 1 counter on each creature. Roll 1 counter. Wheelie Spark. Deal X damage, which is equal to the number of artifacts plus 3 to control to target creature. It doesn't be creature, so that's a little weak for that. Flood of Recreation. Return it to instant sorcery to your writ and then exile it. Corpse Charm. Mill 3 cards and return a creature card. There's Sparkman Dragon. Sky Diamond, 25 cents. Exquisitive Heartmaster. When it dies, put a 1/1 elf creature, a warrior creature. Swift Arts, whatever the thing is, please. If you're gonna do this is 40 cents. Fleshbag Martyr. Each player stacks a creature when it enters the field. Could include itself, I guess. Path of Ancestry. Whenever it enters tapped, then you can add 1 mana of any color. When you spend this mana to cast a creature spell that chooses a creature of your commander, you scry 1. Workshop Assistant. First on card is Return to Dust. Actually, I think this is more higher end. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you could cast it during your main phase, you can exile 1 other one as well. That's why it's so expensive. Vow of Torment. The creature gets +2/+2 and miss and can't attack you. Feels like every other card. Mask of Memory. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard a card. That's actually really good. And then we have Kamel's Will. Choose 1. If you control a commander, you may cast both. Yeah. Until end of turn, any number of target lands become 1/1 element creatures with vigilance, indestructible, and haste until end of turn. They are still lands. Choose a creature you don't control, and each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to that creature. So you could do both. Make all your 1/1 lands fight it. That's interesting. We've got ourselves. That's not very good. Isolde Wardwing Familiar. Spells your commander cast to target one more commanders you control. Costs 3 more to cast. That's not really great, but not terrible. And then we have a rare as part of that. It says when this creature attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped and attacking the defending player or planeswalker. Otherwise, put that card in your hand. When you put a creature onto the battlefield, it fights. Wait, what? When you put a creature card onto the battlefield this way, it fights this card. What? I don't get it. So it's gonna so it's gonna attack your opponent, but it fights it. So basically, okay, I'm not sure. It's not terrible, I guess. Mindless automation is the foil. I don't know that that's actually that good. And zombie token. Okay, let's go ahead and update. Alright, so we are at $162.22. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs remaining. Unfortunately, I've run out of time pretty much for today. So I'm gonna have to do that. The last will be the last part tomorrow. I opened quite a bit of packs, so I think we've opened 7 packs. I've run out of time though for today, so I will finish the next episode and put it tomorrow. I'm gonna upload these all at the same time, so they will come day after day. So, for example, if I upload this thing, the first episode on the 10th, let's just say, the next episode will come out on the 11th and 12th. Unfortunately, that's all I can really do for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to keep your game on. If you want me to look out for episode 3, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to keep your game on and hit that like button and subscribe button.